You want to get the show on the road? Everybody,
Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
It's 8 o'clock.
Let's see if this works. Turn that up a bit. Whoops. Other way.
In the Pocket, presented by Streaming Artist Agency. Featuring the godmother of drums, viral educator and drum icon with nearly 3 million followers worldwide. You've seen her on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, a master of rudiments, Dorothea Taylor. By her side with more than 30 years behind the kit, studio session and stage performer with artist Santana, Slash, and Vogan Moore. At the forefront and industry leader of TikTok Live, host of Drummer's Diary, Jaime Gehly. And now, please welcome your host of In the Pocket, from Never Too Old to Drum, Darren Cohen.
Well, good evening, everyone. Happy Monday. Mondays are usually
President's
the day
Day.
you hate, Dorothea, right? You're like, Monday. And I got to go to work. We're coming off the weekend. But I love Mondays because it's In the Pocket Day.
That's right.
I know.
Yep.
Me too.
I know. How is everyone today?
Doing good.
Doing
How you
good.
been?
Doing good.
Good. Jamie, I saw your show the other night. Jaime Gehly, guys, Drummer's Diary. If you haven't checked him out yet, come on. I mean, it's enough already. Just follow him and check him out live. But Dorothea, he played this Deftones song. I had never heard that song before, Jamie. I was like, it was like a out-of-body experience watching him, Dorothea. He
really?
was like, he was possessed, And by the way,
I missed it.
what's so great about what he does, he'll play, but then he also reads the comments while he's playing. I don't know how you do that, dude. I got to focus on one thing at a time.
I mean, some of these guys, they sit here and hold full conversations while they're playing. I can't even do that.
Really?
But
Oh, my
that was
goodness.
a cover by the Deftones of a Duran Duran song called The
Oh.
Chauffeur.
Oh, cool.
What album did they do that on, or was it a single?
It was like a B-side record they did.
Oh, my God. It was incredible.
I'll have to check it out.
Please do. Please do. I mean, he's so much fun to watch, Dorothea. I'm going to turn my mic up a little bit. Anyway, how is everyone's week here? Are we excited for tonight? Who's our guest tonight, Jamie?
We got Skylar Clarkk coming on tonight. She's a big TikTok sensation. And, she'll be coming on here in about 30 minutes. And you guys will want to stick around for that.
You battle with her a lot, right? Because I've seen you battle her, right?
Yeah. She's got like a ton of followers, and she's really fun to watch. And
So go ahead. Go ahead.
She has some big battles. Blondie's been battling with her a lot. She's actually coming out here to LA this next week for a TikTok event at TikTok HQ. So she'll be out here. We're going to do some streaming and stuff when she's in town.
So explain to the novices like Dorothea and I, what is a TikTok battle?
So a TikTok battle is where two TikTokers come head to head, and they got like 5 minutes where they just compete, and a lot of times the musicians will be like playing songs or whatever, or they're people be battle rapping or like insulting each other, or, whatever they're doing, sometimes it's different, types of things, but whoever gets the most gifts during the battle wins, and so that's how that works.
Oh.
And it shows on the top of each screen, I believe.
Yep.
How many people are getting,
Yeah.
taps and everything.
Now,
Some people play games where they're like, if whoever's got the lower points is like frozen, and then they can't play until they get more, stuff like that.
I've watched you battle, and with Skylar, who's incredible. I can't wait to talk to her. I've tapped the screen, but then like a heart doesn't come up. A boxing glove comes up.
Yeah, so
You got a mustache and a hat, does it?
So do you.
So yeah, you get points for tapping the screen too during the battle. So that's why you see the boxing gloves.
So you just tap it, and that's it?
Well, tapping, you get 3 points for tapping, but you can get like for whatever gifts you drop, you get like whatever the value is of those as well.
Okay.
I want to plug Jamie also. Are you still doing your Sunday show?
Are you talking about the drum workshop?
Yes.
Sometimes it's been kind of off and on. it depends on if people are down to come show up, but I'm down to do it if you guys, want to come hang out and do some little drum workshop. Just a bunch of drummers hanging out, shooting the breeze, talking drum stuff on Sunday mornings.
Yeah, well, what's cool about Jaime, guys, and please follow Drummer's Diary because he's also creator of SAA, Streaming Artist Agency, and I think he can help a lot of content creators like myself, like Dorothea, not only build your channel, but also understand the platform, how to be seen on the platform, how to interact, how to engage, which, will certainly equal more followers and more views, right, Jaime?
Yeah, I mean, we teach people how to, do what they love to do and how to monetize it, and there's a lot of people that make a living on TikTok.
Oh,
and
a lot of people. It's surprising.
Yeah, it takes work, it's not something that becomes really easy, but I mean, it's very feasible if you put in the time and effort and you learn all the ins and outs of it. And that's what we try to help people do at Streaming Artist Agency.
It's really something to have a career as a TikToker, and I've met a few myself, not even just as drummers, but I've met other influencers just through what I do, and I just recently sold a house. I sell new construction homes in my other life, and I sold a house to a TikTok influencer. I was like, well, what do you do? And she put on her application, I'm a TikTok influencer, and I'm like, what?
Crazy.
The money was obscene, Dorothea, obscene.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Right? I mean, my goodness. Teach us, Jaime.
They put a lot of work into it, though. It's a
You
full-time
have to
job.
be on live a lot.
Yeah. Oh, she's always on. Like, there's never a moment where she didn't have the camera just documenting her entire life. It was really something to watch. Well, I'm excited to talk to you. I'm excited to talk to Skylar. I actually want to hear more about the battles that you guys have had, but also, she's more than just a drummer. I mean, she's like a shopaholic. I mean, she's always, kind of pitching products that she's purchased through TikTok Shop. So I'm interested about that. We had a brief conversation earlier about what we want to showcase tonight. How do you guys feel about Ghost Notes? I mean, something that I know both of you do so well, right?
Is this something new that you're learning, right? Being a new drummer?
Yes. I mean, I've been doing Ghost Notes for a while, but what I'm now evolving into is Ghost Notes in other places in the count. So instead of doing, 1 and 2 and up, right? I'm moving that Ghost Note into different areas of that bar. And I was kind of surprised how difficult it actually was, but how often we use that in songs, especially you, Jaime. I've seen you're always doing the ghosts.
Well, it's kind of a way to flavor up your grooves. It adds a little bit of texture, in between hits.
So there's
and stuff.
not that space, if there's a lot of space in between the 16ths. So you fill in, or if these were just eighth notes, you fill in between, and it just sounds better.
Well, here's an example. Here's an eighth beat.
Show it to me.
All right, so I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
And see if you can see what count the ghost note is on. Wait, hold on.
It's on the upbeat after the 1.
Yeah,
It's on the
exactly.
and.
So it's designed to help with dynamics and accenting.
Mm-hmm. So it's on the end of, one.
It's on the end.
And
Exactly. So what was interesting for me was, understanding to do, right? Instead of falling into that double habit, right, which is so easy to do, to really feather that ghost note. And something that Mikey really talked about, my instructor, was the height. And he said your stick height, if you're at a 9, 6, or a 3, and I credit Mikey for this. This is fantastic. A 9 would be like your really hard accent. A 6 would be your standard groove beat, and a 3 would be your ghost note. So if you have your arms here, instead of using all your arms, your stick would be, where that is to make that ghost or that accent. Am I explaining that right, Dorothea?
Yeah.
In a way?
Mm-hmm.
Because he mentioned you. He mentioned in marching band, this is what they learn.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And ghost notes can even be lower than 3 inches, but you don't want them any higher than 3 inches. But when you think about it, 3 inches is still maybe like this, where some ghost notes are real close to the head, but they're still audible. They're not like in your face ghost note, but if you took that out, you can still hear the difference.
Yeah, it gets to that place where it's kind of like felt more than heard almost.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dorothea, let's see then. Let's see you moving that ghost note to the end of 1 and the end of 3 with the accent on the 2 and the 4.
So I was filling it in and adding more than just that one.
Yeah, I think you're doing the 16th note version.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1, 2, oops.
I think what you were showing was just like.
Oh, you were playing it that slow. 1,
Yeah, I was just doing the quarter notes.
2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Notice how, so beginners, notice how she's not doing a double there on that snare. She's really feathering that ghost. Now, if you were to reverse it, Dorothea, if you do the accent on 2 and 4 and the ghost on the end of
Afterwards,
2
yeah.
and end of 4.
Yeah. The reverse is a little trickier.
Right.
But when I play it, I always fill in the rest of it. So mine are real low, so that they're not in your face, So I keep them lower.
Jaime, how would you apply that to a rock song then? If a rock song is heavy, but there's ghost notes in there, which I see you play all the time. Let me put you on the big screen here.
So I mean, there's like the ghost note and the the bigger hit like. And that's kind of that same thing, but you can also get to where you're doing like doubles too.
Oh,
Yeah, the doubles is fun.
that sounded so good. So those were double ghosts?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you can
So
play
you
in
can
different ways. You
practice
can do
it
a
just like-
drag. You could do just a straight double.
Yeah, because it's like a drag.
I want to test your listening skills. I'm going to play this one. So this is from an app called it's called Beat, B-E-A-T. I think it's called Beat. Is it called Beat? Yeah, Beat Note. It's called Beat Note.
Beat note.
Really fantastic. And there's a whole so to backtrack, we were learning dynamics. One of the things that I love the band called Flaw. Flaw had one of the best debut albums of any rock band in that early 2000 kind of, genre there. And there was a song called Amendment. And the drummer at the time, he was doing this crazy fill during like a breakdown. And it was like, but there was some accent and then there was a ghost in there. So this all came about by learning dynamics. Here's an exercise that Mikey told me to do. I want you to listen and see if you can pick out what count the ghosts are on. What'd you think?
We got
Yep.
the and then
One
the
E and
E.
2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 E and 2 and a 3 and 4. 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and a yep. Yep.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
fill in those 16ths.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically
Great
at that
dynamics
point,
practice.
you're just doing right, left, right, left.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's good
keeping
dynamics
the ghost
practice.
notes low. You have to make them sound like ghost notes, so they're not just at the same level, like monotone all the way across, and it's just too loud and kind of in your face.
So play
Yeah.
that again, Dorothea. From a technique standpoint, Jamie, what I'm noticing, her arm stays down here. That's what Mikey was teaching me. He's like, keep your arm down here, use your wrist snap to adjust the height of your stick. And that's what she was doing. Her arm was stable, and she's just adjusting that height of the stick.
Yep. I mean, the only time you really need to use your arm motion is, either for like effect, or
Yeah.
to get like a really big hit, or just because you're moving around the kit. But
It
like
really is
if you're in
effect, right?
drumline, you really don't see them move their arms too much. They're mostly just all wrist.
It really is effect when you see all that. I mean,
yeah.
it's cool because the drummer looks so sick, doing all that stuff. But reality,
It's not needed really.
Yeah.
You don't need that much,
It's part of
Yeah.
the showmanship.
especially
When-
if you're mic'd.
right now, Dorothea, when you played Disturbed, your video, you're down here the whole time. You're doing your thing. You're not going crazy.
I know, and I played the song. It's just they do it for show, and their hair is going everywhere, and they're just banging.
Now you get her on a polka though,
What
and
hair?
it's all over. She's
That's
going
true.
nuts.
Yeah, just let me loose on a polka.
That's true. That's true. I would like to see Dorothea put some additional oomph in a performance. Like
know,
if you're
that's
at
what people-
church, like okay, let's say the closing song at church. Are you going to go for it?
I play the organ at church, so I don't.
Oh, okay.
We got to find some old footage of when she was like in her crazy years. I'm sure there's somewhere some out there.
When you
Who's
were in
going
Maybe.
what now? When you were in drumline, was it the single snare or did you have the 4 thing?
No, I had
What-
single snare.
Okay, so you just had it hanging over and you were just like this the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. One strap across. That's why my back is crooked and my shoulder is down.
And you were
That's
playing
where that
traditional at
strap-
that point, right? You were
Yeah,
like-
I was playing traditional. So the drum was slanted a little bit
yeah.
because I played early. My last year was just the beginning of 70. And then I left in July because I got married. And so they hadn't come out with the harnesses and everything. I don't even know when they came out with those, but we had the old where the sling, and you hooked up the sling right here on your side, and then
Isn't that how the traditional grip even came about? Was because back in the military days when they would be marching, they had to have the drum tilted.
Otherwise, you would be playing like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's why that even is a thing.
Yeah, they always had like a 10-year-old boy. Every Civil War movie, there's always like a 10-year-old boy with the snare doing that. Going into battle. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see guitarists going into battle like that. It's
Well,
drummers. Jeez.
there's Mad Max, the new Mad Max that came out. Like not the new one, but the one that had Tom Harding. There was that guitarist on the front of the truck, remember? When all the speakers are behind him, and he's on like this bungee cord system. So he could like fly and go back and forth. He's going into that was sick, dude. I say we go into every battle like that. Okay, Sorry,
or
go
like
ahead.
Michael J. Fox at Back to the Future.
Yes, exactly. Okay, 16ths. I want to show you guys 16ths because so this is just 4 16ths in a row, but they move the accent around. So I'm going to give you just this
and
example.
It's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a really good exercise that Mikey had to do.
I teach my kids that. Yep.
So this accent has it on the one end. So it's on the end.
That is your typical country.
Country
train
trucking.
beat. That's your train beat.
Yep.
Well known as a train beat.
So play that, Dorothea.
Jack.
But such good practice for dynamics, right? Because if you're
because you keep your sticks low for everything except that accent.
Mm-hmm. So like here's the one. This one is on the one end.
Yeah, and that's a really good one. Yeah.
You know, another thing you could do with that first one you had is you could play those accents on your hi-hat when you're playing like a halftime beat, and it gives you a cool groove too. So you'd be like,
Yep.
Mikey showed me that, Jamie. No joke.
Oh,
He's like, you could play that
cool.
anywhere on your hi-hat.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All about those hi-hat dynamics.
Yeah.
But moving the accent over is very important to know.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jamie's one of the best with hi-hat accents. I've mentioned it before.
Mm-hmm.
I'll die on that hill. When you play without music, when I can actually hear what you're doing without the music in the background, you can really kind of hear what you're doing on those cymbals, and dude.
I think
I'm
just
so
like,
envious.
That's how you establish groove. You know, like it's a lot of flavor can be done by, and it's the same thing with the ghost notes. You're just adding little, like texture into the beat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that Dorothea was doing, also, so you got your ghost notes, and then on the actual backbeat, she's doing a rim shot, and so it's kind of given even more separation there. A lot of people, especially like drummers that play on electric kits, may not realize that most of the time when you're hitting your snare drum, you're hitting the rim too.
At the
not
same
on
time.
your ghost notes, but like. You're hitting the rim and the head at the same time.
Yep.
And that's pretty much
So
every
play-
time you do a backbeat.
Play four off the rim and then 4 with the rim, so we can hear the difference.
Yeah. You get that ring.
Yeah.
Almost.
And I especially like it for like if you're doing a fill or like even the beginning of a song and you hit the rim.
Yep.
Yeah, that was all rim and head, of course. And you
Yeah,
just,
it's just
by practice, you just, are able to get them both hit at the same time.
yeah, it's just
Electronic kits have come a
happens.
long way where you can identify the rim. So this is no rim. That's
So
rim.
when you're playing on your electric
So-
kit, are you rim shotting?
Depends on the song. Depends
Okay.
on the song. If I play Deftones, I'm hitting that rim. If I'm playing a hard rock, but if I'm playing like a Soundgarden or a Pearl Jam, I'm doing no rim, right?
Okay.
Really just depends on what the song calls for, which I would imagine you do the same, right? Or do
Yeah.
you always hit the rim?
I mean, most of the time, probably 99% of the time, if I'm doing my backbeat or something, I'm gonna be hitting the rim. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've-
there's times where
It's
you're
a
doing
habit,
other
I
stuff.
think. You just get so used to hitting the rim.
Only on the backbeat?
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, anytime you're doing a full hit, it's like, not ghost notes and stuff, but anytime
Yeah,
if I'm filling or whatever, I'm pretty much hitting the rim too.
I do too.
I do see that on Jamie's show on Drummer's Diary. Guys, watch him mostly every night. He also does a drum circle on Thursday evenings where he invites other drum influencers into the group to play, to perform. But I do notice that you do keep your stick and it hits that rim. I mean, because you have a great camera angle where you can actually see that. You could also see like the wear on your stick. And I know when you switch, I could tell when you switch, it's because it's about to break. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like that one you're going to be using probably for your hi-hat tomorrow or tonight.
That's gonna be firewood.
Yeah. How many sticks do you go through on
I mean,
average?
when I used to tour, I used to go through like 6 pairs of sticks in 45 minutes. But
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
now a pair of sticks will last me, for maybe two live streams or something, 2 or 3 live streams.
2 days.
Yeah, which is pretty
Wow.
good. I mean, compared to what it used to be. But when you're on stage and you're doing like a big concert, like it's all about just like, we'd be out like with metal bands and stuff, and so they just you're up there hitting as hard as you can, and it's just part of the gig,
Yeah.
Wow. This was so much fun, guys. Guys, In the Pocket every Monday, inthepocketlive.com, 8 p.m. Eastern. This is what we do. We talk drums. We show drums. We have fun. And if you miss any of the episodes, you could go back to YouTube and search In the Pocket Show on YouTube and see that replay. So we have a guest coming on, Skylar Clarkk, right? Is that her last name? Skylar Clarkk.
Yep.
We love Skylar. We're excited to talk to her. We're going to do something different, though. Who's dropping out here, Jamie? Both of us?
We are. And then we're all going to come back because we're going to join as co-hosts. So just stick around, folks. We'll be just doing a little changing of the guard really quick here.
Yeah. But
So
don't
we
get-
all dropping
don't
out?
go anywhere. Don't go
No,
anywhere.
she's Dorothea
stay.
stays live. We're just gonna
Okay.
We're gonna come back and request as co-host. So you're gonna go live, and then, you know what I mean.
Okay, so we're both going to go live on our channels and then request to co-host with Dorothea.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And Skylar's gonna join us. So
Okay.
Can't wait.
We'll
Guys,
be right
hang in
back.
there. We're going to see Skylar Clarkk here in just a moment. We're going to reset and come right back. In the Pocket.
Okay.
cool.
All right. So hold on, and we will be joining a different way. So I'm just waiting on the requests, and hopefully I know how to do this. So we'll see. All right. Let's see. I don't see anybody yet. Hey. Hey there. All right. I don't see any requests yet. Let me see. I hope I know how to do this. No, that's the right one. There we go. Okay, we got one. All right.
Hey,
Hey.
What's going on?
what's up?
Grab Darren
Nothing
real quick.
much.
There he is.
I was watching you earlier. before we started.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching you.
You've been hitting it pretty hard lately.
I know. I've been on pretty much daily, every day, for a while, for 4 hours.
How many hours do you think a day?
4 hours.
A day.
Yeah.
Hey, Skylar.
Hey,
So
what's
good
up?
to meet you. I'm such a fan. I've seen you perform and battle Jaime. I will admit, though, I've been tapping for him, but he's a dear friend. But you can win me over tonight.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Okay.
So are you pushing for a TikTok contest right now?
The one that we just did just ended actually last night, and I got fifth in because the first and second Alexa was pushing for. So I was like, we top 5. But yeah, it was
Wow,
pretty cool.
congrats. That's
you.
out of all of TikTok too. That's amazing.
Yeah, out of all the instrumentalist people. It was pretty
So
cool.
for those that don't know what you do, and I've seen a lot of your content, but how would you describe your content and what you create and what the overall vibe of the channel is?
Well, I feel like, okay, I'm kind of all over the place. Definitely just
Saw that.
I do a lot of different things. But obviously the main thing being the drums, per usual. We've been kind of, like, since December, we've been kind of pushing every single day being on here now. Before I used to be on kind of like like I'd be like on like once or twice a week or whatever. But now we've been on pretty much every single day. I don't really post as much anymore. I'm gonna try posting again, but don't really post as much as I used to. But
When you go live a lot, you just don't have time to come
That
up
too.
with different things to post.
right, yep, that's definitely what I've gotten a conflict with. So I'm definitely gonna try like finding like maybe like during the daytime do like content stuff, and like nighttime do those streams. Just hard to like find that in between, But I've been loving the streams. I have a really great community. We call ourselves Sky Fam. They're super awesome. I freaking love them. They always come through and they're amazing and just great people. Like a lot of teams I've seen on here, they're just like, like just a team, but I feel like more with here it's like a family, and I love the drum fam, all of us together. I freaking love that, and I think it's super cool. And like with the lives, it's just like chilling, music, vibes all around. I love it. I love it. It's just like something fun to do and just escape from reality. And I think that's like how everybody thinks when they come in.
Yeah.
How did you start your journey with TikTok?
Well, I started actually posting drumming content back in 2018 on Instagram. And that's when I first started doing like the rock stuff. I started out actually doing jazz. So it was like a big switch. But I started doing the rock music because I joined a band, like a cover band, and I was in that for about 5 years. But when I joined that, I was like, I should start posting my progress over time, like over the years, to see how, good I get. And then when I turned 18, I saw people, like going live, and I was like, that'd be kind of cool, like drumming on live, because like I went on live before, but I like just talk because I'm a yapper. I talk D1 yapper over here, okay. But I was like, I play the drums. I'm in a band, and I need to practice anyway. So I'm like, might as well just get on TikTok, practice the songs I need to do for my gig. And then, people might find it entertaining. And then the first night I got on, it was like 1,000 people came on, and I was like,
Wow.
I was like, oh, and that was back in 2022. So since then, we've just been pushing it, and it's been pretty awesome to see the journey.
So is there a moment that you like a specific video that you put out that really like launched
Took
you
off.
into like?
Yeah.
It wasn't really a video. I mean, okay. So when I first started doing like the drumming on like the live, I had like only 1,000 followers. Like, and I guess I was so confused. I was like, why is there so many people? Like, because the For You page, it was just like, I feel like a lot of people weren't going live back then. So it was like, if you went live, it was like, you're gonna get out there. So I thought that's what kind of pushed me up, and then I started getting followers from that. And then my most viewed one though, I did the Your Love by the Outfield. That cover got like 4 million views on here. It got like 2 million on Instagram. It got like that one blew up. That's like a big song. So I was like, that was kind of crazy, And but just it's like certain songs for some reason. Because also the Green Day one, I had a Green Day song that like Basket Case. It was like during the time it was like popular. Like you just gotta find like songs that are popular on TikTok, and then if you do a cover of them, it's like, boom, you know, it goes big and it's crazy. That's when I was doing the content a lot.
Jamie, the first week I signed up on TikTok, there was a song that was going around. I won't repeat the title of the song, but a lot of people were doing it. It was very inappropriate.
Oh no!
Let's just say that. It was like, I want to say like early 25. It had to do with somebody's undergarment.
Okay.
And that was the popular song. And so the person I was telling you about that I sold a home to was like, why don't you do a cover of that song? And I'm like, look, I have a career I have to protect, you know?
Right.
But so that wasn't appropriate, but I'm still trying to find that one song that's breaking out on TikTok to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always something different too. You know, like every month there's always like one song.
It is, because I put stuff up, and I might get 7,000 views on it, and then I'll put something that I don't expect to get many, and it'll have 50,000 or 60,000
Exactly.
or more.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
never
because
know.
people use the song for like any kind of video, whether they're dancing or their pets or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, finding trending
Exactly.
sounds is a key to getting those kind of viral hits. So I think there's a lot of ways that you can find out like what songs are trending. You know, even inside of your TikTok studio app, it'll show you. And if you just go in there and find those songs and you do a video on them, you got a much bigger chance of getting.
But then,
noticed.
are you still
For sure.
limited to 59 seconds?
Yeah,
it's
some
a-
of them
if
they
it's a
mute
song,
it now. Yep.
They mute mine that I've been up for 4 months now. I go through and I see that it's muted. Like, what? It has like
Yeah.
100,000 views now. Suddenly it's muted.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah,
that.
that's what sucks with it. And they used to not be strict about that. Like when my videos did blow up, that was back in 2023. And like I said, the content was just popping off. Like everything that I was posting, like it was just popping off. And now it's like you have to be like, oh, cautious on what you post. You have to speed up the audio so it doesn't get muted. Like now it's so hard to do content because it's that's why I'm like the live is the way to go because they don't really flag you for anything on here. Sometimes they should flag you for things, but they don't. So it's like you can get away with a lot of stuff on live than you can with posting. So that's why I kind of like started doing more of the live stuff, and it definitely, you know, that's the way to be on TikTok. Honestly, is on the live stuff, not really the posting anymore.
When you go to Instagram, it's kind of like the opposite too. Like Instagram, you can post the songs, but if you go live with them, then they're, you know, they'll block you. So
It's so
a
weird.
juggly game.
Are you from New York, Skylar?
I'm not. I'm actually from Michigan. Nobody knows where I'm from. Nobody
you have a
knows.
Northeast like New York accent. It's wild.
That's
Like you're from
crazy
the
you say that.
Midwest.
Everybody thinks I'm from the South. They're like, you say y'all and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know, wherever you want me to be from, I'll just be from there, you know? Like, I got you.
Where at in Michigan? Because I'm from Michigan. I don't live there, but I'm from there.
I'm about like 40 minutes away from Detroit, maybe like an hour or so.
Oh, okay.
Near Detroit. Yeah.
What's the name of the area? Or you don't want to say?
You got to be careful.
Yeah,
on
I can definitely
social media
message
these
for
days.
sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
don't-
message you after if you want me to. I got you. For sure.
I'm from up
Yeah.
way up.
I see.
yeah.
Up north?
Yeah.
Nice.
Over
That's
the bridge.
cool.
By the way, I'm not afraid of anyone showing up at my doorstep. I would tell them my address, like, and because I don't think anybody would show up. quite
Oh,
frankly.
Lord. That's
You know.
crazy.
Talk about battles, Skylar, because we were just kind of having a conversation about battles, the three of us here before you jumped on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the concept. I remember watching Jamie when we first started doing this. You came up, and I'm like, what am I watching here? Because I heard him, but then
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
Right.
So explain the concept of this. Like, who's hearing you?
All right. So pretty much with the battles, I mean, it depends who you're battling. Some people don't really like talk. Like they'll have like you muted and then you mute them type of thing. Some people like doing that. Usually with musicians, we'll do like half and half. Like first half of like the 5 minutes somebody will play, so then the other person that's playing will mute the other, but your chat could still hear you, and then the other half the musician will play, and I think battles, TikTok has been pushing battles out. A lot of people, it's like an entertaining type of thing, like sometimes people can't just like focus on one thing, they need like multiple things to focus. I call it the brain rot theory, like you need like multiple things to focus on, because that's just kind of how it is to get their like attention span. A lot of people have a really small attention span, and the battles help out with it a lot. And then it obviously helps with the gifting and all that kind of stuff, but I just like doing it for fun because it brings in a lot of people. And I do a lot of the time I'll have like events or whatever, and I'll just have like drummers, and we'll do like 30 minutes of us just doing battles back and forth, but we'll play like whole songs each just to show like like a jam session, and I think it's really cool to do that. It's really fun.
So if I'm on Jamie's channel, I hear him, but if I'm on your channel, I hear you.
Well, you can hear us
Yeah.
both, unless one of us mutes the other person, so
Yeah.
it could be either way.
Yeah.
So you're playing a song, Jamie, you mute her because I can't hear her, obviously.
Yeah, that way she
But
can talk
she's
to
talking to
her,
her.
her audience while I'm playing, and it doesn't interrupt my side of
Exactly.
it. So, yeah, you can do it like that.
Gotcha.
Or if someone gets annoying, you can just turn their sound off.
Right. It's like, I don't want to hear you no more.
Right. Now, when you guys battle, are you doing songs? Like each of you would do a whole song?
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
And sometimes they'll do it where like they're both playing at the same time, but the other person's muted, so you could just go back and forth and hear each one of them. And then
Right.
sometimes they'll switch off. It just depends on how you want to do it. But
Exactly.
Dorothea actually back at Halloween, we had a battle with Skylar, me, Dorothea, and then House on the Hill. We all were in here in costumes and
Yep.
Totally
trading off
forgot.
songs.
What'd you dress up as, Dorothea?
I don't even know.
She had a couple different ones.
Aw.
You had a couple wardrobe changes in there.
Couple wardrobe changes. Quick
That's
change.
adorable.
That was fun. We need to do something like that again. That was super cool.
That was fun. Absolutely.
I was
So
a
then
pirate.
It promotes the engagement from everyone's channel.
Right.
That was great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something like that, you get
It's a good way to
turnout.
connect.
Yep.
Oh, I love that.
And so these contests that you do, like those push you up like in the ranks quite a bit, and then you win like prizes, right? So you got like a trip out of this.
Yes, I'm actually going to LA. I'm leaving this Wednesday, and it's kind of crazy. I've only gone to California once, and I was in elementary school, so a long time ago. So I'm really excited. But yeah, they're doing like an event at the TikTok headquarters, and all the musicians are going there that got top 3, and we all get to meet each other. And I don't know, I think it's like a content creation type of thing, so we'll all make content together, go live. It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited to like
Yeah, it's
see
a cool
everybody in
place.
person, Maybe see you, Jamie, you never know. Meet up. You never know. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
I saw one guy that I follow. He's not a musician, though. He just talks and goes camping. I don't know how I started following him, but he's live all the time. Like he'll do 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 24 hours a day,
Yeah.
all the way through the night. I don't know how he does it, but he was at this not too long ago. I don't know, 3
Live
4 months
Fest?
ago. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He
Something
was
like
there.
that.
And so he was going live just so we could see everyone
Yeah.
in the
That's what I
place.
want to do. Just like show everybody around, cause like I mean, in all honesty, like I didn't get there myself. Like my whole team, they're the reasons why, I'm even there. So I like as much as I can, I'm gonna be live streaming, taking pictures, video. I already do that anyway. I'm like,
to let 'em know.
but yeah, it's because I'm like it's all because of them. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And your team is the people that watch you and gift you. That's who you're referring to.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
And-
They
and-
just asked me to cancel you.
Yeah.
I
you
know.
cancel on that.
It gave me a restriction for something. I'm not sure what. They've been restricting me a lot for some reason. So it's.
I just
it's-
pushed cancel.
Well,
Yeah, it
Jamie,
says my
you-
lives contains themes that some may find uncomfortable. I don't know.
It's
It's the
odd.
ears.
It might,
you
bro, it
notice-
might be the ears, bro.
Jaime and Skylar, since you guys do the most live out of the four of us, have you noticed any changes since the transfer of ownership a week or so ago?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel so. Yeah. For sure. I mean, I've been literally this is the most I've been reported. Like I just got reported now. You know, like this is the most I've been reported on here. And there's so many restrictions now, and certain things you can't do, certain stickers you can't put up on your thing. Like it's kind of crazy. Yeah, they really restricted a lot of things. Not the music, thankfully. That's what I was scared about. I thought they were gonna do a copyright thing, how they've been doing with the post. That was like my most worried thing, because I was like, oh gosh, so what are we supposed to do? You know, like if they restrict the music. But yeah, they didn't do that, thankfully. But there's just been some little weird things, and I know Jaime probably knows a lot more than I do. But yeah, it's been kind of.
He's on the inside.
crazy.
You're on
Yeah.
the inside, right?
What
Yeah, on the inside.
What have you noticed, Jaime?
Well, I mean, it's hard to know what's going to happen from day to day anymore. But you know, there's been a lot of people have noticed that there've been less numbers in the rooms, and
Yes.
you know, they're always pushing something
I've
different too.
noticed
So
that.
right now they're pushing promote campaigns, and they want people to buy traffic and stuff. So that's kind of a thing. And yeah, they're really focusing on like that first couple minutes of your live. They really want you to like come out just blazing.
Yeah, with a bang. And it's like, bro, I gotta give me a second. Like that's why, like when I first get on, I try to just play.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause if you're not doing anything.
Shout out to Jeffrey Jennings. Thanks for hanging in there this whole episode, Jeffrey. We've seen you, and he's asking, do you do this for a living? Is this your full-time
Right
gig?
now, this is, yes, my full-time, at the moment, this is my full-time thing. I've started, doing it full-time recently, the daily thing, and it has been very, good in every aspect. We take what you want with that, but it's definitely, what it is the consistency. That's what I try telling everybody, because I'm like, before I was doing pretty good numbers, it was like, I've been always done pretty decent. I've been 100, whatever, people in the room, whatever. But, when you do that consistency and being on every day, like I said, you build that family, you build that team really good. And if you're there for them, they're there for you. If you're coming through and hanging out with, like, I just see it as like hanging out with my friends, but like I can't see them, but like I know they're there and I can see them in the chat, and it's like not even like a job. It's like hanging out and having fun, and that's what I really, really, really like about it. It's not like, oh, I have to go on live, like, oh, come on, like, no, it's like I get to do this and make money and have fun and win competitions. Like, it's the coolest thing ever, and I always tell everybody, like, just do it, like, just do it. That's like my motto. Just do it. Just start. Just like, it's once you start, I feel like you can't stop too.
Yeah.
It's truly a blessing.
She might be too young to know that was actually Nike who came up with that. But I'll give you
Girl,
That's a
bye.
really good shoe slogan.
It's a really good motto,
Yeah, it really would have been. But I'm fascinated by your generation, Skylar. I really am, and more so you yourself, because you play a variety of music from all generations, and I really do respect that. And I've seen you play songs from the 70s and the 80s. And where does that come from with you being in your generation? Where does that love of music come from?
Well, my parents are Gen X, so they love all the music that all the Gen X obviously people like. But I've grown up on it. The reason why I actually started doing the drums is we got a Wii when I was like 5 years old. Probably four or five, and we got the Wii, and my dad had gotten us, because we love the Beatles. I always grew up on the Beatles, and he had gotten us like the drum set and all that stuff, and there was a Beatles rock band game, and I would play on that drum set every single freaking time, and I was like, I want to be like Ringo Starr. I'm gonna be like him one day for sure, 100%. And we probably played those songs, like the whole set list of all of them, like a billion times. Like I have all the Beatles songs in my head. Like, they're my favorite. Ringo Starr is definitely a big inspiration of mine. He's incredible, and just seeing like the journey of them and everything. But from that on, and then I joined obviously the rock band for a little bit, the tribute, the cover band I was in, and I learned a lot more about the rock music and such. And but my family, they pretty much raised me on it. They were like the Beatles, Kiss, everything that you could think of. They love the rock, they love pop music, all that kind of stuff. So definitely my parents for sure was like a big impact on that.
How did you get into jazz, though?
My school, I started so when I started drums, I wasn't allowed to get a drum set or anything until I got to do the band at school. And my elementary school didn't do band, so I had to wait until middle school. And I started doing lessons before I got into the band class, and I got like a little snare drum to start off with because my mom was like, I don't want to buy you a whole set if you're just going to like it for 1 second and then be over it. So she's like, I'm going to give you like 6 months, you figure it out. And I'm like, okay. So then I did like the first 6 months of like the band class, and at first it was rough because I was the only girl in there, you know, and I was at first when I was really younger, I had a lot of anxiety. I still am anxious, you know, but not as much as I was before. And I always felt like people were judging me and everything like that. And boys did not make it any better, okay? Like, boys were ruthless, especially 6th grade boys. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was just like a little girl. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I don't even want to do this. But I had a really great teacher. Mr. Michael O was my band teacher, and he was incredible. He was a percussionist himself, and he was super sweet to me. He's one of my big mentors, and he kept pushing me to, you know, keep going. He's like, it's fine. Because then I also was like, I have ADHD, if you couldn't tell by me talking. But in the very beginning when I was learning it, I would get so frustrated with the drum set because I was like, I can't do it. I cannot do this. This is so freaking hard, especially because I was learning jazz, because I joined the jazz band in middle school, and that's what got me into the drum set. But I was like, I can't do it. I can't do everything. This is too hard. Like, no, like, I want to pick it up right away, and I can't. And, like, I hated that. And then he was like, no, just keep going. Like, you got the potential. You definitely have the potential. Like, you need to just keep pushing. So he's the only reason why I kept pushing. And then soon enough, you know, I started picking up the rudiments and everything, and I started playing the jazz songs and such, and I started getting more confidence over time from him. And it just grew from there. And that's why I tell people, like, even if it's hard in the beginning, it won't always be hard. And even if you got an ADHD brain, don't let it get to you. Don't let it tell you.
I think it's a requirement for drummers to have ADHD.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
for
think
sure.
I have it too. I'm
It's
pretty
a
sure I have.
prerequisite. Yeah.
That's what I think too. I feel like because you have to be like coordinated, like you have to like do a bunch of things at once, and I feel like only ADHD people can think with a bunch of different things on their mind
At one time, I know.
at one time. Exactly.
And fidgety
love
people
it.
practice a lot because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
sitting there just at their desk or whatever, and they're just tapping, you know. working
Exactly.
out.
For sure.
My son is 10, Skylar, and I'm raising him on all the music I grew up with, which is Gen X as well. And you know, he loves playing the drums. I just posted a video of his on my channel. But like, he'll disappear for 3 months, and then all of a sudden he'll just be like, "Oh, teach me a new song."
Okay.
He'll get super motivated for 3 days. He'll learn
Yep.
the song, crush it, post it, and then I won't see him for 3 months again.
Yeah, that happens. And it might be because he is younger. I mean, when I first started, like I said, I didn't really get fully, like, in the beginning. That's why I like tell people, like, yeah, I've been playing the drums for almost 11 years now, but I didn't start really playing the drums until I got into like the rock band or whatever. But I think it's like that 14, 15 age, like when you're in that like teenage age going into high school. That's like, I think that's when I locked in. I was like, okay, like before it was like, it's something I can do here and there, and it was fun. But then you're like, oh, wait, this is actually really cool, and I could do something out of this, and I really enjoy it. You know, I feel like you gotta like grow into it a little bit.
All the
to
students
start
that
liking
I've
it.
had over the years, when they get to that age, 14 and 15, it dawns on them, oh, this is fun, but I do need to practice. Where middle
Right.
school, they never practice. Not unless
Oh,
they're
yeah.
a child prodigy or something, but no, it
Right.
doesn't dawn on them until they get into high school. And
Yep.
and then you really know whether they're going to be a decent musician because of the time that they spend on their instrument.
Right.
So-
exactly.
Don't rush Holden, Dorothea. I'm not ready for him being a 13 and 14.
Yeah.
I'm just not ready for that. So slow down a little bit.
So when you became popular on social media, was that something that people treated you differently at school and stuff?
So I honestly didn't even get big until I graduated high school. When I was doing it all, though, like I said, I started on Instagram, and they didn't like it. They thought it was very dumb. They were like, because I wasn't big, obviously, you know, back in the beginning when I first started posting. I got made fun of a lot. I was bullied. I didn't really have a lot of friends, honestly, in high school, and everybody's always so surprised when they said that, like, what? You're like so gorgeous, and you seem like a popular girl. I'm like, yeah, but I'm also weird. Like, I'm a weirdo, and I'm proudly a weirdo, you know. And I love being who I am, and I've never changed who I am for somebody. And like I said, I used to be like that in middle school. You know, I used to be like really anxious, but like once you get more comfortable with yourself and gain that confidence, which definitely what happened, it was just like, man, like I'm not gonna keep changing myself and everything for you guys. Like I'm gonna just do what I'm gonna do and post what I want to do. And a lot of people didn't like that, and they thought it was funny because, you know, I only had like 100 followers at the time, whatever. Like I wasn't growing or anything. But then when I started on the TikTok and did the lives and everything, you know, I literally have people from my high school who are on TikTok live now, and I see them on here, and I'm like, oh, like, okay. But yeah, I've definitely.
What do you think of that?
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, oh, I thought it was cringe because when I first started the lives, I think, you know, when I first started the lives, I had just graduated, and I could tell a lot of the people I could tell that I could watch them. You know, they were like watching it. I could see them come in and everything like that. Because at the time they were like my mutuals. I've unfollowed most of them now, so I don't know if they're watching it. But you know, like I could tell that it's either they think it's cool or it's like a jealousy kind of thing. You know, they're like, man, she wouldn't even be like that if it weren't for this, or if she wouldn't even be up there if she wasn't a girl, or if she wasn't young, or what. And I'm like, you know, whatever. Think what you want to think about it. Like you can think what you want on it, but I truly think it's you have to be entertaining. You have to be talkative.
Yes.
You have to have a personality. You have to. That's the big thing about it, and that's why I try telling people too. I'm like, you need to have some kind of personality because you can have a great technique. You can have be the best drummer ever, but if you are boring to watch, if you look like you are wanting to off yourself while you're drumming, I mean, why would someone sit there and watch that? You know, and like, and I just naturally, like when I first started drumming, I looked like that. Okay, when I first started out, I was like, like, yeah, whatever. And then I don't know, like randomly, like when in the high school, I got that confidence boost type of thing where I was like, okay, I like what I'm doing. I'm comfortable. I'm in the pocket now, you know, but I'm in the pocket now and I'm doing the thing. And then you start enjoying it. And you start enjoying the music and you start catching the vibe. And I got called bouncy a lot because I bounce a lot when I'm drumming. I'm dancing. I'm smiling. I'm having a good time. Like smiling is my big. I love smiling and I love doing it. Yeah, and I feel the music, and that's what people like watching. It's like when they know that you love what you're doing, and they can tell just by watching you. That's the goal. That's the key, for sure.
Infectious. It's infectious, and I think being a weirdo is a prerequisite for being a drummer. And Jaime, I think one of the reasons why his show has taken off is because he does show that personality. He's so uber talented at drums, but you know, you'll put on a costume and a wig, and you'll do your thing, and you're absolutely right, Skylar. I think that personality shines through, and people want that. They're craving for that almost.
Yes,
because we see people every day.
Yes,
you know, they're right.
Exactly. That's exactly how I see it, and it's I say it as, if you are having trouble with your lives, I want you to look back at your live replays and just watch yourself, and then think to yourself, would I continue watching this or would I scroll past?
Yeah, I mean, you're like a TV show, and the only difference is that it's an interactive show, and so you want to bring your audience in and engage with them.
Exactly.
That's the difference between flipping on the TV and going onto TikTok Live is you get to actually have, you know, some interaction there.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, Dorothea plays drums on a pizza box.
I know.
You know, you can't get more
anything.
You can't get more weird than that. A bucket, right?
So what are you gonna do now, Darren?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
We're gonna get you on
Scott,
stilts.
any thoughts? Any thoughts on what an old, fat, balding Gen Xer can do?
Just get creative, man. Whatever comes to mind, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
I'm highly entertained by watching you, Talented 3, and that's what this show is all about. And what are we allowed to do? Can she play something?
Yeah, that's
for
what I
us,
was just
Jaime?
going to ask.
Yeah, you want to
I
jam
could
out?
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have
we'd
to do
love hear you
anything?
play.
Do we have to mute our mics or anything?
No. I mean,
Nope.
she can. No, she's good. She can mute us if she wants to, but
Okay.
I don't
I'll
know
do
if she
that.
needs to.
Okay. I'll play one of my faves.
All
One of
guys, it's in the
favorites.
pocket. Skylar Clarkk, please give her a follow. She does live. She posts. She's incredible. What an amazing conversation we've had. Please, please give her a follow and check her out on all platforms. And let's hear it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. You guys. Okay. This is one of my favorites to play. It's been my favorite for a while. I'm going to do Highway Star by Deep Purple. Let's do it.